Hello everybody and welcome back. We have a lot of news surrounding the fourth stimulus check, as well as your social security benefits. As the days pass everybody, we're seeing Democrats and Republicans continue their negotiations on the fourth stimulus check. In fact, you have to know this. The Senate has moved closer to passing a $1 trillion infrastructure package. That's after lawmakers from both parties came together and voted to clear a key procedural hurdle. So yes everybody, it looks like Congress might send out the fourth stimulus check before the end of this year. And if you want them to send out the fourth stimulus check, then be sure to stay until the end of this video, because I will be going over the very important stimulus check news that you just have to know. And don't forget that this Friday, I'll be announcing one special winner of a free $100 Amazon gift card. I want to help out as many members of my community as possible, so I'm giving away my own stimulus check of $100. And folks, to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family.
Mr. President, I rise today to discuss the mammoth $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. We finally got to see the 2,700-page infrastructure bill that we will be voting on sometime tomorrow or Saturday.
More votes will be needed before the Senate passage of one of President Biden's top priorities. The measure will provide a massive injection of federal money for a range of public work programs, from roads and bridges to broadband internet access, drinking water, and others. In a rare stroke of bipartisanship, Republicans joined Democrats during the weekend to overcome the 60-vote threshold needed to advance the measure toward final votes. And the vote was 67-27. If approved, the bill would go to the House. Now, this Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, folks, is the first of Biden's two infrastructure packages. And the second one might include things like a fourth stimulus check and an increase to your social security benefits. Because President Biden and many of the Democrats in Congress, everybody, want to do something to help out the so-called social infrastructure. So this could be things like childcare, unemployment benefits, as well as social security benefits.
Well, we've got some bad news for them. We are not going to cut Social Security. We're going to expand benefits.
They want to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. My view, and we've introduced legislation to do this, is that not only are we going to stop them cutting Social Security, we are going to expand.
So if you would like to see President Biden approve the fourth stimulus check and increase the Social Security benefits, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Now, Chuck Schumer said this, everybody: we can get this done the easy way or the hard way. He said that he would keep senators in session until they finished the bill and sent it to the House. Kamala Harris arrived on Capitol Hill for meetings on the legislation, which Biden said offered a potentially historic investment. Overcoming the 60-vote hurdle, everybody, was a sign that a tenuous alliance between Republicans and Democrats could hold on the public works package. At least 10 Republicans had to join all Democrats to advance the measure.
Because the polls showed that 87% of battleground voters surveyed said they would be more likely to vote for a candidate who supports investing in our country's infrastructure, helping grow our economy, and securing our supply chain, investing in American manufacturing. That's exactly what the president's agenda is.
Passed a filibuster, setting up more votes later. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky has so far allowed the bill to progress. For senators who have been slogging through debate and months of give-and-take negotiations, this bill is a chance not only to send federal dollars to the states, but also to show the country that Congress can work together in a bipartisan way to solve problems. So yes, everybody, if Congress does approve this fourth stimulus check and this infrastructure bill, it does show that Congress can get the job done. Do you approve of Congress, everybody? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. But still, Congress is under pressure to make gains on the president's infrastructure priorities. First with a bipartisan bill, and then Democrats' more sweeping $3.5 trillion budget blueprint that they plan to shoulder on their own. If senators wrap up work on the bipartisan bill, they immediately will turn to the much more partisan undertaking on Biden's agenda. The outline for the $3.5 trillion proposal. That plan will provide billions of dollars in what the White House calls human infrastructure, childcare support, home health care, education, and other expenditures that are Democratic priorities that Republicans have pledged to reject. For some Republicans, though, that back-to-back voting schedule is what they're trying to delay, hoping to slow or halt what appears to be a forward march by Democrats to achieve the president's infrastructure goals. Senators have found much alike in this bill, everybody, even though it does not fully satisfy liberals. Plus, last week, the IRS did say that they will send that they will send the second child tax credit to eligible families. So if you and your family qualified to get this year's credit, you should expect to receive more stimulus aid and financial relief from the government. And while it's too late to enroll for the August payment of the child tax credit, you still have time to opt out before September through the main IRS update portal. To use the portal, you'll need to first take some time to create an ID. In addition to letting you opt out of those early checks, the update portal lets you verify eligibility. So be sure to check that out, everybody. So folks, if you have yet to receive your child tax credit payment, be sure to check out that information. As always folks, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a great day and stay safe.
All of you are always focused on the process and the schedule. We're focused actually on what we're trying to get done. And that's what we're very excited and committed about. All most Americans want is just a fair shot to be able to take care of their families and get ahead. And Democrats aren't leaving until we get key things done to help them do that. That's just plain and simple. Working with Republican colleagues when they share our values, which is terrific, and continuing on our own to complete the agenda American working families need and deserve. Investing in our roads and bridges and high-speed internet and getting rid of lead pipes. That's important. I certainly know that coming from Michigan and representing Flint. Then we're going to tackle the climate crisis and create millions of good-paying jobs in the process, which is very exciting. But we're not stopping there. We can't build back better without building up our families. We're going to continue the biggest tax cut in a generation for working families, and we're going to bring down the cost of the things that keep people up at night. Childcare, cost of medicine, cost of college, and more. And the good news is we can pay for all of it.
Now, the Democratic leader has indicated that in a few days he will thrust the Senate into an ultra-partisan showdown over the staggeringly reckless taxing and spending spree that Democrats want to ram through later this year. The size and the scope of Chairman Sanders' socialist shopping list will make every disagreement we've had in landing the infrastructure compromise look like a rounding error. New permanent welfare with no work requirements, reams of Green New Deal mandates, massive tax hikes that shrink wages and kill jobs, government meddling in child care that would privilege certain families' choices over others, amnesty for illegal immigrants in the middle of a border crisis. At a time Democrats spending already has inflation hammering American families, Republicans could not be more eager to debate our colleagues